Okay, hello and welcome to the video. My name is Wade Smith, and so I was discussing because I was not lying. I outweigh Buckhow though, but I was not lying in a no rules fight. Given the fact that I know over 200 submissions and Buckhow knows none, I would defeat Buckhow pretty effortlessly in a no rules fight. And when I said that on Quora, this dude threw a fit and like, oh, you wouldn't. And I'm like, no, dude, I used to beat one versus two second degree black belts handicap matches. All right. And then he quotes to me Bruce Lee saying, and I told him that I practiced 15 basic hand strikes, 8 basic blocks, and 15 basic kicks. And then he quotes Mr. Bruce Lee, know it all Bruce Lee, who didn't know anything but was a charlatan. He quotes Bruce Lee saying that he didn't fear somebody who practiced 10,000 kicks one time, but that he did fear somebody who practiced one kick 10,000 times. Well, Bruce Lee is dead and gone. And guess what? I have a calculator here and I did the math of how many times I practiced my basics in class, not counting sparring and not counting the cardio kickboxing class and not counting practicing basics alone at home on my own. And if you count just what I practiced in class in the 6 years or so that I took Ishinru karate under expert 4th degree black belt and 7th degree black belt supervision, I practiced each hand technique, each block, and each of the 15 basic kicks 13,250 times each, rounded down. Okay. So guess what? I must be 38 times more than what Bruce Lee was afraid of, because he said he was afraid of somebody who practiced one kick 10,000 times. I practiced 15 kicks 13,000 times each, and I practiced 15 hand strikes 13,000 times each, and I practiced 8 blocks, which are in fact strikes, 13,000 times each. Because in Ishinru karate at brown and black belt level, you understand that there's no such thing as a dedicated block. Every block can be a strike, and every strike can be a block. So if Bruce Lee was afraid of somebody that practiced one kick 10,000 times, he would definitely be afraid of me, because I practiced 15 kicks 13,000 times each, just in basics class, not counting sparring and cardio kickboxing class and my own work at home. And I used to do 300 push-ups and 200 jump squats a day. So guess what? Bruce Lee must be terrified of somebody like me if he was scared of somebody that only knew one kick. So one reason I know I could beat Buckhow in a no rules fight is because Buckhow doesn't know how to leg check a groin kick. He got kicked about 30 something times in the groin during an exhibition match with one of those Shaolin monks. And he did not even try to leg check a groin kick, not even one time. And then he kept complaining to the judge and the referee. Well, the ref tells you at the beginning of every round, protect yourself at all times. So even if your opponent cheats and groin kicks you or throat jabs you, you're supposed to block that. You're not supposed to just let them do it and then complain about it. So I know for a fact that I could kick Buckhow's ass. I don't even need the submissions, but if I used submissions, I would definitely kick Buckhow's ass. All right. He's not even a good fighter. He has over 30 losses. Let me look up his record. Anybody who's been beat 30 times in fighting is not a good fighter. "280 fights, 241 wins. So he has lost 39 times. Or failed to win 39 times, 24 losses, 14 draws, and 1 no contest. Now, that's supposedly his professional record. I do not believe that, because he would have to fight every 2 weeks to have that kind of professional record. And that's actually a bunch of amateur fights. And he lost way more than 10% of his pro fights. About 3/4 of that is amateur fights. You can't fight that many times professionally, because they won't even let you fight that many times professionally. Professionals only get to fight about once every 4 to 6 months. And he's the same age as I am. All right. So he would have to be 70 to have 280 professional fights. All right. He's the same age as I am, which is 40, 43 years old, something like that. And if he started fighting when he was 16, which isn't even legal in the United States, but it probably is illegal in Thailand, let's just say if he's 41 years old, I know he's something like that, minus 16, he could have professionally been fighting for 25 years. he would have had to fight 13, I think 13 fights per year, which is absurd. He would have to fight more than once per month. 280 divided by 25. He would have to fight 11 fights per year, which is not even physically possible because they don't even hold that many events per year. So see, he's actually counting amateur fights and sparring matches as pro fights. Those are not even pro fights. All right. His real number of pro fights is more like 50 or 60. See, like this person down here reports his record is a completely different number of 239, 24, and 12. So they don't even know how many fights he's really fought professionally because there's so much lying about his record going on. That's a myth. Like in comparison, if I show you Chuck Norris's professional record, Chuck Norris's professional record is well documented. Chuck Norris professional fights is well documented and proven, and most of his were not full contact though. Most of his pro fights were point knockdown. Let me see. Let me see if I can find where Chuck Norris. It's on Wikipedia, but let me ask Google a better question. What is Chuck Norris professional fighting record? 65-5 professionally, Chuck Norris. All right. So that's how many times. That's his full contact record. 65-5 is Chuck Norris's full contact record. His point knockdown record, which you fight about 10 times in one tournament, in about 5 to 10 fights per day in point knockdown, his point knockdown record was something like 180-10. All right. But like this person doesn't even know what they're. Chuck is saying that Chuck Norris is a black belt in 5 systems. He lost only 10 times in his professional career. Well, he wouldn't be the greatest. Yeah, but that was point knockdown. His full contact record, according to this, Chuck Norris is 65-5. So if you want to see what the win percentage on that is, you take 70 and you take clear 65 divided by 70. Chuck Norris's win percentage is 92.9. All right. And in comparison, Buckow's win percentage, let's look his up again. And if we take the overinflated and worse overinflated value, what is Buckow's win percentage in full contact Muay Thai fighting? Well, that's not. Apparently, it doesn't understand that question. Record. All right, this says a different number than what I just looked up the previous time. Total fights 280, record 241 and 24. So if we only take his win percentage is total fights divided by wins divided by total fights. 241 divided by 281. Buckow's win percentage is 85.77. So Chuck Norris has a higher win percentage than Buckow. All right. Well, guess what my win percentage is? 99.9%. Sometimes in handicap matches, against second-degree black belts, 2 second-degree black belts attacking me simultaneously. And even in one case, 2 second-degree black belts attacking me with eskrima sticks, and I beat both of them. I managed to disarm both of them and take their weapons away from them and beat them. So that's why I know I can beat him, because he can't even win every fight in one-on-one. And I can win every fight even when outmatched. Do you understand me?